gym beaming, everyone thinks I'm nuts. And then I sit in my room and watch those cartoons and hope that I ain't seen. That's just life and all its strife when you're the trailer trash king. Well, count me what you will, I ain't upscale, I know what you really mean. That's just life and all its strife when you're the trailer trash king. I know what you really mean. That's just life and all its strife when you're the trailer trash king.
Okay, yet again, a whole nother perspective of the theater industry that I've never been exposed to, but you know, strangely appealing. Some people have said over the years they want to see me locked in a room. Well, here you go. I'm actually in the ticket booth at the Heights Theater still, and you know, this is cozy. You know, I could really get used to this place, but you know, this is actually restored. If you saw in the first installment of the season, they actually have the exterior ticket booths outside the theater itself, restored as well. But like I said, we're at the Heights Theater, recently restored in the last few years. A lot of work put into it, and it's old school movie house all over again. So if you want to learn more about the Heights Theater, I've said time and again, heightstheater.com. We'll give you the whole history of its restoration, its numerous restorations, upcoming shows, special showings, what have you. Very, very nice place to take the family still, and you won't go broke doing it. With that being said, we're going to launch into this first block of disaster films, as we have been all season on Trailer Trash thus far. We're going to launch into a classic Cecil B. DeMille film, The Greatest Show on Earth, from 1952. From there, we're going to go into Cassandra Crossing from 1977. Excellent, very underrated film. And we're going to follow that with The High and the Mighty from 1954, followed by the original Airport from 1970. Yes, it's the same airport that was filmed here, except it was then the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport. And you'll recognize some of the sites for those of you that lived in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area at the time. We're going to follow that with the probably the worst of the airport films. Not that all of them were really Oscar winners in that respect, but Airport 77 from 1977. And then we're going to go into a couple films regarding dirigibles. The Hindenburg from 1975, classic disaster film with a different take, followed by The Red Tent from 1971. And we're going to be rounding out, no, we're not rounding out this block. We're going to go into UFOs again. But at the same time, they're disaster films. We're going to go into a film called The Day the Earth Caught Fire from 1961. And rounding out this block with probably my favorite UFO film of all time, you get to see not only the nation's capital destroyed, you get to see the Washington Monument destroyed, Earth versus the Flying Saucers with some classic Ray Harryhausen effects from 1956. So with that said, I got to get back to work. So let's kick into these, and I'll be right back. How many? 2?
Which featured a spectacular circus train crash.
Never scream when the circus reels under the terrific impact of shattering calamity. See the greatest drama of danger that ever exploded from behind the tinsel and grease paint of show business. As the jungle's wildest beasts run amok, spreading panic and peril. See the greatest show on earth.
There's a plane carrier on that train.
Stop the train.
Don't keep it moving.
I want this train stopped.
1,000 lives are at stake here.
Any passengers attempting to escape from that train must be stopped, shot, and killed.
You're all going to die.
The Cassandra Crossing. It's unsafe.
Send a plane to warn them. Put flares on the track. Give them a signal. Anything.
You think I'd purposely murder 1,000 people?
The Cassandra Crossing. Rated R.
Plane, the most bizarre group of people ever thrown together by fate on the most exciting adventure that ever spanned an ocean. Only transformed by a single stroke of fate into people with all pretense gone and every violent emotion turned loose.
The bottle! Yeah, homie, pull the bottle, quick!
Airport has no equal. For mounting tension, airport has no equal.
Decompression making emergency descent.
For sheer fingernail-biting suspense, airport has no equal.
You are leaving my area. Contact Cleveland Center, 117.5. Good luck.
Airport.
We're gonna crash. We're gonna be killed. I know we're all gonna be...
And now Flight 23 Sierra is off course and in trouble.
You get down! Get right down now!
This is Airport 77.
Drowning here.
Nobody is going to drown. The plane is pressurized. Have you radioed for help? Radios don't work underwater, but our course has been tracked on radar, and they know exactly where we went down. What'll we do? Calm down.
Run out of the airport.
I said calm down!
While preparing to land, the Hindenburg suddenly burst into flames. And the romance of the Zeppelin came to an end. 62 people lived to tell the story. Was it sabotage?
What the devil were you doing up there?
An accident?
You're gonna get about 15 minutes.
An act of God?
Less than 10 minutes left. They're all gonna die. There's the bomb.
What really happened on the Hindenburg?
A landscape for lovers. But beyond the limits of their love, waits an adventure beyond the bounds of all other motion pictures. The Red Tent.
They've been 3 weeks on the ice now. Have you any idea what that means? We're finished. Oh, finished.
You can still ask me to fly off to find your boyfriend. What will you give me if I do?
Stop it! Stop it!
Can't do anything, General. The battery is dead, like us.
Did you feel that, Sergeant Biaggi? Then you're not dead.
Now, sweeping you across worlds known and unknown, across all the frontiers of adventure, beyond the limits of human devotion, is the Red Tent. Rated G.
Emergency announcement. Unidentified planes approaching New York. The red alert is on.
There they are. There is the target.
Before countdown. 9 minutes.
9 minutes before countdown. 9 minutes while the world waits and wonders. Share, if you dare, the unbearable suspense of men and women who have never in their lives faced greater peril. The day the Earth caught fire will burn itself into your memory. Is it fiction or is it fact?
They've finally done it.
A story that might be the last it ever prints. These are the people who fought in the most explosive threat ever to face the world.
21.
To the luck of the human race.
The day the Earth caught fire fearlessly tackles a ferocious subject. It will seize your imagination, stretch your nerves with suspense more compelling than any you have known in a cinema before.
3, 2, 1.
flying saucers have invaded our planet. Washington, London, Paris, Moscow are key targets. The whole world is under attack. Can it survive?
We are the survivors of a disintegrated solar system. At this moment, the remainder of our fleet is circling your globe.
What do you want with me?
Arrange for your world leaders to confer with us in the city of Washington.
They set up an electronic screen. The artillery doesn't penetrate.
Never before has the screen reached such heights of excitement. Breathtaking spectacle. Hair-raising terror. See the saucer men's high-frequency disintegrator. See flying saucers travel thousands of miles in seconds. See great cities leveled by flying saucer monsters.
Russ, look.
The same kind of thing that's watched us since the beginning of the project.
People of Earth, attention. People of Earth, attention. This is a voice speaking to you from thousands of miles beyond your planet.
They're coming down to take over. They made that clear to us in the saucer.
To the best of our knowledge, my wife and I are the only ones left alive.
Everybody's talking about it. The new American Flyer Autorama, this season's hottest toy. Autorama makes a giant highway system where cars and trucks travel at turnpike speed. With new easy fasten roadway sections, highway systems can be expanded to any size in just minutes. Autorama highway accessories offer extra fun, like this automatic keg loader. Autorama cars are operated by realistic accelerator speed control. Because each car is separately controlled, you can even have bumper-to-bumper turnpike driving on the same side of the road. Like real cars, they turn right or left, stop, back up, change direction. With Autorama equipment, you can make highway systems like this into exciting speedway racetracks. From authentic stock car racing to highway and turnpike driving, it's Autorama by American Flyer.
The story on Sandy, a hip little one. She never has a party without sugar plums. Sugar plums, a refrigerator. Oh, such a treat. You can make yummy pies, great things to eat. With royal desserts, cups, spoons, and mold, whatever Sandy makes, sugar plum keeps cold. It's no trouble at all. Just freeze up the tray and keeps things cold till the very next day. Oh, did I tell you? Ironing is fun with the make-believe iron by the name Sugar Plum. It huffs and it puffs, shoots lots of magic steam, and it's so safe to touch. Sugar Plum's a dream.
Sugar Plum for party time, anytime. Sugar Plum is always great fun to have around. Get the Sugar Plum refrigerator and magic puff iron today. Also, the Sugar Plum hair dryer, bubble bath and doll set, and the Sugar Plum light-up mirror. Sugar Plum from Hasbro.
So, after spending a day at the Heights, I guess you could tell I'm back in my own element now. Back to my own little world, as it were. people wonder what it was like in my world. Well, this is what I deal with every single day. We're going to kick right into the second block of trailers. We're still in the Abbott and Costello era this time around, and we're going to start with something called Abbott, Costello, and the Foreign Legion from 1950, launching into Abbott, Costello Meet the Invisible Man from 1951, followed by a mediocre at best Abbott Costello vehicle called Coming Around the Mountain, also from 1951. Oh, before I forget, I got to thank Tom and everybody else that was so accommodating at the Heights to allow me in there to invade their territory, as it were. HeightsTheater.com is their website. All kinds of historical background on the theater itself, as well as what's coming up, etc., etc. So that's HeightsTheater.com. I can't plug it enough. And speaking of plugs, I'm just going to dive right into it. There's a new Trailer Trash website. You may have seen it the last couple of shows, but I'm here to give it to you again. It's www.trailertrashtv.150m.com. It's got lots of fun links, as well as the other stations that Trailer Trash has seen throughout Minnesota. So with that said, we're going to kick it to this block of Abbott Costello, and I'll be right back.
Oh, no, it can't be. It just can't be. But it is. It's Bud Abbott and Lou Costello in the Foreign Legion. The hilarious, misadventures of the boys before and after they join up. To confuse, confound, and completely bedevil their fellow Legionnaires.
I'll make a Legionnaire of him one way or the other. You're dismissed.
It's Harem Scarum. And we do mean harem and scarum. With Patricia Medina, that sly spy from Francis, Walter Slazak, and Douglas Dumbrill. As for Bud and Lou, they're up to their ears in sand, up to their eyes in trouble, up to their funny boneheads in the Legion of Laughter.
Oh, gee, they're nice people. Just what'd you tell them? I said that Hammett's wrestlers will now tear you apart with their bare hands. You got something there? You...
Don't give me that invisible stuff again.
Honest. And there were footsteps with no feet. And a grip that was unpacking itself. All right, boys, let's go.
They're private eyes, they are. And they're tickled to death, as you may be, that their first job is a murder case. Only a man they can't see is driving them to distraction.
I said pull over to the...
A blonde is trying to booby trap them. And the syndicate is trying to set them up for a quick 1-2.
Buddy, you know I'm no fighter. Oh, what's the difference? Look, watch this.
My uncle is worried, too, about the...
About the effect of the drug on my mind? Invisibility gives me a sense of power, for good
or for evil. Neither of you get a chance to tell the cops anything. Now, look, pal, let's talk this thing over. There's no...
It's Bud Abbott and Lou Costello going hillbilly in Coming Round the Mountain.
Bow your head, Wilbert. I now christen thee Squeezebox McCoy.
And believe you us, even the mountains are roaring at the funnin' and feuding around.
This must be the starter.
And for an extra special treat, co-starred with the boys is Dorothy Shea, the Park Avenue hillbilly, swinging out with a raft of grand tunes.
My cousin Agnes Clung left home when she was young, but a single cocktail made poor Agnes wink. You broke your promise, oh yes, you broke your promise, and now I'm all alone and blue. I'm so alone without you. You'll be just another notch on father's shotgun if and you don't marry me.
Look, say you're 40 years old and you're in love with a little girl, say, 10 years old. Oh, this one's gonna be a pimp.
Give me the money.
Now that we get the potion, she ain't gonna stick us.
Okay, so this last block, Abbott Costello, as you can see, for virtually this entire block of trailers, it wasn't necessarily any of their best stuff. You know, they've had better movies, you know, both of the Buck Privates in the Navy, Naughty 90s, etc., that have been on a par just, you know, above these, but these still worked. You know, they had some funny routines, some funny gags through them. But, you know, enough said. So, with that being said, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with probably the pushing of the envelope, shall we say. I took a stretch this year, decided to leap off that proverbial cliff. We're going to kick into some Troma trailers when we return.
Peanut butter sandwich got you stuck?
Sometimes sandwich doesn't taste as good.
Well, let's try Skippy. Right. Skippy is made to melt fast in your mouth, so it's easy to swallow, easy to digest, and you get more of that honest-to-goodness peanut taste that makes Skippy #1. So, swallow the leader. Skippy. It melts fast in your mouth.
Now I can say it myself. Wow, look at him go!
Motorific sports cars.
Boy, there's no stopping them.
Motorific sports cars. They're terrific. Battery-powered motorific sports cars by Ideal. Get a sports car free. Yes, free, with labels from the Procter & Gamble products shown here. Your free motorific sports car has chassis, motor, and a surprise body. Maybe a T-Bird, or Jaguar, or Mustang, or Stingray. Later, buy the exciting motorific torture track and other interchangeable bodies. Get your motorific sports car free. Send in labels from these products: Jif peanut butter, Crisco shortening, Duncan Hines cake mixes, and Crisco oil. Details on this display at your favorite food store. Motorific. It's free.
We've got a Mickey Mouse candy factory.
Put in the flavor and water, too. Stir it all up, then crank it through. Take out the tray and then you wait. Look, it's candy. It's really great. Mickey and Donald, they all taste dandy, make 5 different flavors of Mickey Mouse candy. Mickey Mouse Candy Factory works without batteries or electricity. Extra mix is available from Remco.
Okay, welcome back. It's the Scotty J World on Trailer Trash TV. I'm your host, Scotty J, and before I go any further, I gotta give some shout-outs and thank yous again. I gotta give a shout-out to Scott and the rest of the staff at Video Universe for basically being a main source of a lot of the stuff you're seeing this season. And, well, you'll see the address and phone number on the screen at the end of the show. Scott, guys, thank you. I still couldn't do it without the staff at NWCT here at Northwest Community Television, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. They helped me with all these goofy, kick-ass effects that I've been using, and it's just I wanted to do something a little more surreal. Not that the show wasn't there already, but I got to thank NWCT. It's nwct.org, and please, I'm going to continue to stay on this proverbial soapbox until they shut this building down. If you're interested in doing some producing, interested in putting the show together, you have something you want to say and you want to share it with the general public, hook up with the classes here. They don't cost you nothing. I've been doing this stuff since '91, and the stuff is still free. Very, very understanding staff, very patient staff. They do the classes usually twice a month, whichever. Anyway, 533-8196. Ask about the free classes, and we'll go from there. So, with that said, we're going to kick into the trauma block. Aside from throwing out the titles, I'm going to let these trailers speak for themselves. Trauma being an independent film. God, this is going to be a stretch, but I'll call it independent film dynasty, run by one, launched and run by one Lloyd Kaufman. Infamous and famous both for both their splash and their TNA factor, and unfortunately those are the films I can't show here, being that it's public access and it has to be family friendly. However, I have delved into the library and found some safe trailers, as it were. So this week we're going to be launching into something called Dog Years, movie about a boy and his dog, so to speak. One called Chosen One, kind of a fantasy film with one Carmen Electra, and a very early comedy featuring the not yet then founder of Trauma Pictures, a very young Lloyd Kaufman in the lead role. So check these out, and we'll be right back.
You really don't look like the kind of guy who would own a Dalmatian.
You don't have my dog, do you?
You guys gave my dog a drug dealer. Dog got away. Where's my dog? The Dalmatian?
Take that guy's dog out and kill it.
What are you going to do now?
Sit!
I'm gonna get my dog back.
We have a bit of a problem here.
That is not your dog.
It is now.
My dog, where is he?
She got away.
Come here.
Come here, girl.
My dog's not here in 2 hours from now. These kids are eating bread for late lunch.
How much for the doggy in the window?
My dog. Okay, boys, we've got a situation.
Release the dog.
I want my dog.
I can't believe he's making us kill the dog.
Why didn't you just shoot the damn thing in the head?
Oh, I guess I did.
Get your ass on the f***ing ground right now, motherfucker!
Okay, we're letting the dog go. That's not my dog. What do you mean? It's got spots.
Don't come back here without that dog.
I hate this job sometimes.
All this mess over a dumb dog.
At the dawn of the new millennium, when darkness falls across the land, and the innocent have nowhere left to run, who will protect us? Who will fight the impossible battle? Who will save us from the ultimate evil?
What do you want me to do first?
Throughout time, there has only been one hero, one chance. Our only chance to survive.
Hello, scumbag.
Carmen Electra is the chosen one, Legend of the Raven.
Interesting outfit you were wearing.
When the heir to the sacred talisman is murdered,
What happened to Emma?
her reluctant sister inherits the power to save the world.
You are the chosen one.
International television and recording sensation Carmen Electra explodes in her feature film debut as McKenna Brave Knight, a beautiful Native American woman who must come to terms with her past to ensure our future.
I can help you.
You ain't tough enough, baby.
Carmen Electra becomes the chosen one. Supermortal champion, sworn to battle the wolf, the embodiment of pure evil.
The wolf will rise this night, and you must have the courage to face your destiny.
Not since The Crow has there been a sexy, supernatural special effects laden thriller like The Chosen One, Legend of the Raven. Starring Carmen Electra, Playboy playmate Shauna San Flamas, The Red Shoe Diaries Deborah Xavier. The Chosen One, Legend of the Raven.
You have the power.
It's from Troma, of course.
Finally, a motion picture has been made that salutes the action comedy tradition of Hollywood's greatest comedians. Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, Harold Lloyd, Woody Allen.
Let me help you.
The Battle of Love's Return. The story of the ups and downs of one little man's struggle to find his identity in a crazy hustle and bustle of modern society. It's one little man's search for the secret of happiness. It's one little man's search for the secret of success in today's world.
You're fired! Everyone, everything, they hate me. I don't like you. I think you're ugly. I cannot stand the sound of your voice. You're scum. You're human garbage. And people like you don't deserve to be helped.
The Battle of Love's Return. The comedy that you'll want to see many times.
Wow, 4 times.
A motion picture comedy that all the film critics have picked. The Battle of Love's Return. The New York Times says the film has clean color photography, neat editing, and real wit. The Village Voice calls it an ambitious effort. Frequently funny.
Look, I am trying to work, you joker.
And even touching. WPIX-TV calls it diverting and very amusing. If you are searching for the secret to life,
you gotta groove with the beautiful.
If you are looking for your identity,
Boss said next time, and out he goes.
if you are hungry for some laughs, see the Battle of Love's Return. It will make your day.
Yes, sir. Gung ho.
Enjoyable.
You can write with light on the great color writer. You can draw with light. You can use it either way. You can make up games on this fun color writer. You can make up games that light up right away. You can make pretty pictures on the light up color writer. You can make scary faces, rub them all away.
Just use your finger or the special color writer marker to make rainbow-colored pictures that shine in the dark. Best of all, you just erase and start all over again. Color writer from Hasbro.
Daddy! It's Daddy!
Yes, here comes Daddy with two great toy surprises. They're Hasbro's Frosty Twins. This is the Frosty Snow Cone Machine with 10 delicious flavors to choose from. You can have a snow cone anytime you want. You can make ice cream, too, with a Frosty Freeze Ice Creamer, and you get 10 delicious flavors. Get Frosty Snow Cone and the Frosty Freeze Ice Creamer now, both from Hasbro.
Well, what's going on here?
Just waiting to use the phone.
Waiting to use my phone?
No, they're waiting to use one of Hasbro's great talking telephones. Here's the Jungle Book talking telephone. Listen to Mowgli and all his jungle friends.
Hello, this is Mowgli. Would you like to visit me?
Or would you rather speak to Snow White, Sneezy, and the rest of the 7 dwarfs?
Hello, my name is Mickey Mouse. What is your name?
Tell Mickey your name. Then go on and talk to all his friends like Donald Duck and Goofy. And here's a Mary Poppins talking telephone with lots of supercalifragilisticexpialidocious fun. Jungle Book, Mickey Mouse, Mary Poppins, and Snow White talking telephones. Only from Hasbro. No need to wait in line. Get a talking telephone today.
Yeah, I know. I've been getting calls and emails already regarding the trauma stuff, but you know, that's this nice little thing called not only freedom of choice, freedom of the press, freedom of speech, whatever you want to call it, but it does have its limitations. So you can't use that. You honestly cannot use that as your sole platform when producing. You know, everything has its limitations, and everything has a certain set of rules and guidelines to abide by. But with trauma, I've used my discretion to choose the trailers that I feel were appropriate for family airplay. And, well, basically, you know, like I said, I just, you know, pick and choose those particular trailers, and we go from there. So with that said, we're going to launch into one of the favorite segments of Trailer Trash TV now, called Cliffhanger Corner. It's where I take, usually every other week now, I've changed the format somewhat. Every other week, I will be playing a different chapter from a different serial. I'm hoping I can do this to the end of the season. Depends on the response. If you want to keep seeing Cliffhanger Corner, email me, please, sjtrailertrash@yahoo. It's right across the bottom of your screen. Otherwise, Classroom Classics may just take over. But this week, because of Cliffhanger Corner, there will be no Classroom Classics. So with that said, this week's Cliffhanger Corner, Zorro Rides Again, 1937 Republic serial. And I've said it before, the art of the serial and the cliffhanger, the serial, the chapter play, if you will, it's a lost art form. And the reason I say that is they were on shoestring budgets, and they still made a fascinating story. The overall story took anywhere between 3 to 5 hours total time to tell, but they were broken up in usually 12 to 15 to 20 minute chapters. So that being said, you know, they would have a storyline in each chapter to where you would have an ending where you didn't know what was going to happen next unless you came back to the theater. So with that said, that's the story of the cliffhanger and my 2 cents worth. I will bid you adieu for now. www.trailertrashtv.150m.com. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Email is sjtrailertrash@yahoo.com. So with that said, that's all for this week. Here comes Cliffhanger Corner. We'll see you next time out.
They got us! Level off, we're falling.
El Lobo's headed back to headquarters. We might as well do the same thing. Adios, my friend.
Who are you?
I am sorry, senorita. I have no name but Zorro.
El Rey.
Do you think you can make it? As long as she holds together, I can.
Zorro lives, he takes, then he gives.
Hold on. He's just come in. It's Marsden.
Hello?
What luck with the payroll?
Not yet. Zorro interfered again.
Zorro. It was very important that they lose that payroll.
That's out of the question now.
Now listen. Most of their supplies are at Osseo Junction. If they could be destroyed, it would force the railroad into bankruptcy.
All right. That'll be easy. I'll take care of it as soon as the men get in. Don Diego.
Well, Ray and I thought we'd drop in for a little call. Where you bound for?
Madre mia, but you scare me. Oh, Senor Andrews. He asked me to bring him this ledger. He's down at the junction.
I'll take your place, Ronaldo.
Huh?
Take El Rey as close to town as you possibly can. I'll meet you on top of the hill later.
Oh, pues sí. Entonces, adiós.
Boys, we're gonna ride.
Well, James, what brings you to town?
You're not taking a sudden interest in your railroad, are you?
Oh, no, nothing like that. Ronaldo dropped off to visit some of his relatives, and I told him that I'd deliver this to you.
Thanks.
The junction's just beyond. Keep sniping till we draw their fire. $27, $18, $45.
I see you managed to get the payroll here all right.
With no thanks to you. El Lobo would have the payroll right now if it weren't for Zorro.
Ah, Zorro. Oh, well, we can't all be dashing heroes winning the hearts of fair maidens.
El Lobo is coming! El Lobo is coming! El Lobo is coming! El Lobo is coming! El Lobo and his raiders. I saw them. They're coming.
Go inside.
They are going to the north end of the town. I hear them say that.
We better start distributing those rifles, Philip.
Come on, boys.
El Rey is on the side of the street by the car.
The supplies are kept in the big warehouse at this end of town. You two will be able to plant the bomb while the rest of us are keeping them busy at the north end. And places where it'll do the most good.
Right.
Give us time to get started before you go.
Phil!
Joyce, you stay here with Ronaldo.
But I...
Stay here. Come on, men.
Come inside, senorita.
You stay here and keep your eyes open.
Peter, you must be inside.
Speak, you fool. What were you doing at the warehouse?
A time bomb. To blow up the supplies.
A time bomb? Where? Where is it?
It's hidden in the warehouse. I don't know where.
Don't lie. Where is it?
He knows. He planted. Zorro, what's up?
There is a time bomb set to blow up your supplies. Perhaps you can find it. I'm going after the man who knows where it is. Take this man.
Come on, man. There may be time yet. It may be set to go off any minute.
We've simply got to find it.
Go.
It isn't here, senores. All we have to do now is wait. Joyce! Joyce!
I can't find it.
Leave, Joyce! All the supplies in the world aren't worth the risk.
I'll leave when you and Ronaldo do.
Get in that warehouse.
It's Zorro.
This man will tell where the time bomb is or blow up with it. My friends, you go.
I'll stay with you.
No, it is best that you go. Please hurry. Sit down. Where did you put it?
I won't tell you. You can't scare me. I'm willing to stay here just as long as you are.
That's where you are wrong, my friend. You see, you know what time the bomb is going off. I don't.
Get us out of here.
Remember, you know what time the bomb goes off. I don't.
Get us out of here, I tell you. The bomb's set for 3 o'clock.
Quick, where is it?
In there, in that stove.
Come, we'll see.
It won't be long now. He's taking an awful chance.
Oh, Phil, you should never have let him do it.
And then I sit in my room and watch the
those cartoons and hope that I ain't seen. That's just life, and all its strife when you're the trailer trash king. Hey, I'm the trailer trash king, and I love Jim Beam, and everyone thinks I'm nuts. And then I sit in my room and watch those cartoons and hope that I ain't sick. That's just life, and all that strife when you're the trailer trash king. I said that's just life, and all that strife when you're the trailer trash king.